Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have our card class for the Handsomely Suited. So I hope that you enjoyed this class. Thank you so much for those of you that purchased the class. I do have extras available if after the video you decide you like it. I do have the information in the description above, so be sure to check that out. And let's get crafting. We have 5 cards to make, so it'll be just a little bit here. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let me just turn you down and we will get crafting. All right. So again, this is the stamp set that we are using. This can be pretty versatile. It is a male-focused, a masculine-focused stamp set. So we have for Father's Day, for birthdays, we have a thank you, and just a you're the best. So I know there's a lot of men out there that would really like to get a card. So all right, let's start with our first card. And the first card in your kit, pull out the supplies for this one. So you have the Cajun Craze paper and the Dark Night of Navy. So grab this envelope out and we will start making our card. All right, so you have the Night of Navy and everything is already pre-cut for you and pre-punched out. So we are stamping and assembling. So you're going to take your card stock and just fold it in half. And we'll grab our bone folder. There we go. And then we have our Cajun Craze. And we're going to adhere this to our card. Now I had run this through the die cut and emboss machine. And I use the Tasteful Textures 3D embossing folder. So this is a really nice folder. It has, I don't know if you can see the texture on there, but it's really nice. So that is the one I used, and you can see the finished texture here. So we are going to adhere this to our card, and we're just going to use just our basic stamp and seal. And we will just put this on our card just like so. And then we have this Designer Series paper. It's really a nice pack of paper. And I don't have it available. It's put away already. But there's some really nice patterns in this paper. And we will adhere this one as well. And we'll just put this towards the bottom. Then we will take a label. And we are going to stamp. And on this one, we are going to be using this bigger stamp here. And it says, "Have a happy Father's Day, handsome." So we will grab our block. And then I'm going to grab, we will use the Night of Navy ink. And we'll juice that up. And just put that right down in the center. There we go. Just clean that off. And we'll put this on the side because we are going to stamp on a piece of scrap white. We are going to stamp our bow tie. So let's see, the bow tie we'll use is the one with the polka dots. Let's pull that out. And I think I'm going to use the Memento Black because I am going to be coloring in the bow tie. And when you use the black and the blender pens, it doesn't bleed. Let's clean that bow tie off. And so close this. We'll grab our Cajun Craze and a blender pen. Now with my Memento Black, just a little tip, I store mine upside down because like with these pads, when you flip them to close them, the pads are upside down. So I like to store this upside down when I put it away. All right, so we're just going to grab a little bit of the Cajun Craze and we're going to color in our bow tie. Just like so. So does anybody have any fun plans for this holiday weekend? I hope everyone's going to get to do something fun. And don't forget, with it being Memorial Weekend, it's not just about the barbecues and all the fun and everything. You need to remember the reason that we're able to do this. So thank you so much to our service people, the men and the women. Thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice, and to the families as well. All right. So what we will do is close this up, and then we will fussy cut our little bow out. This doesn't take very long to do. So there is a die set that goes along with this stamp set. I did not purchase that because I figure with this particular set I can just cut it out. But if you have the extra, you can go ahead and purchase that. All right. So we trim that out and we will assemble the rest of our card. And now with this card, again, like I've said in the past, because it is a dark background, I would suggest putting a white piece of cardstock here so that your sentiment or whatever it is that you write inside will be seen. All right, so we will take our dimensionals and we will attach this to our card. All right, and we'll put this just right in the center. And isn't that nice how the cardstock, the designer series paper, just matches perfectly? I love that about Stampin' Up. It's really a no-brainer with getting things to match. Kind of reminds me of when we were kids, those Granimals. Everything was all color-coded, animal-coded. So you're going to take your bow and then just add it to your card. So with a masculine card, you probably, well, and I guess it depends on the individual, but you really don't need to add a lot of bling, a lot of ribbon, a lot of pretty foofy stuff. So, all right, so here we have that card. Excuse me. So let me just grab a drink here. All right. So your next packet, take out your supplies for this card. This is the next one we will be making. Very simple, very elegant looking. So you will take your smoky slate cardstock and you will just simply fold it in half, much like the other card. Let's take our bone folder and pop that down. Then we will take our designer series paper. Isn't that nice? I like that. This kind of looks like a tweed woven type pattern. So we will take our Stampin' Seal and we will just attach this. And again, for those of you that purchased the class, you already have all the all the dimensions for this. All right, then we will take a piece of our basic black. Hello, Linda. Hey, thank you for joining. All right, so then we will take our basic black and this will be the next layer. So for right now, we're going to take our basic white and we're going to stamp on our 2 ties. So we have 2 of these. All right, so we'll grab this one and we're going to just use our Memento Black. And we will get this all nice and juicy. All right, and then I'm going to just turn my card so I can see it a little better. We'll just stamp 1 right there. We'll clean this off and then we'll get the other tie on there. All right, and now we will put on our second tie. Just like that. Perfect. And that is all clean. All right, then just put that on the side. We'll finish up our stamping. So now we want to stamp our sentiment. And our sentiment that we're going to use, and you can pick any sentiment you want. I'm going to use my thank you. And I'm just going to do that in black as well. And we're going to make a banner. So we'll put this right in the center. And I'm going to make that much smaller. So, but in your kit you have a piece of like scrap gray paper. So I will grab my paper cutter, paper trimmer, and we will just trim this down a little bit. All right, so let's say right about here. Perfect. And then we'll make this a little shorter. We don't need it that long. And just like that. And we will turn this into a little banner. So when I do my banners, I cut right in the center. Just put a little notch so I know where to cut up to. Just like that, and from the corner right to there. So it doesn't turn out perfect, but it turns out good enough. There we go. So we do the little notch right there, and then we'll do the second side. There we go. So we have our little banner. All right, so let's put this together. So we will grab our Stampin' Seal. And now if you wanted to, you could go ahead and take some markers or your blender pens and color in the ties with the person who's going to get this card with like their favorite colors. You could always do that. So now I'm going to grab some dimensionals and we will put this on our card base. And I'll shoot one in the middle here. And we'll put that right in the center. So that's what's nice about the masculine cards. They're just very simple. All right, now we'll take our sentiment and just put that right in the center. So there we go. Here's the second card in your kit. All right, so the next card in your kit we will be making is this one. So you will want to grab the envelope that has the black cardstock. It's the only one in the kit that has the black. Okay. So we will take our cardstock and fold it in half. There we go. And the Designer Series paper. And with the black, you could pick any color. I really like this. This reminds me of a suit my husband had, like back in the 80s. It's kind of cute. All right, so let's add this on. Isn't it funny when you see some of the paper, it reminds you of different things? It's fun. All right, so we will add this on off to the left-hand side. All right, now we will take our label, and in your kit you do have a label. Some will have this label and some will have this label. It really doesn't matter. So we are going to use that same stamp that we used prior. And where's my black? We're going to stamp this twice. So you will see. So we will juice this up. And we'll put one on here. Just like that. And that turned out kind of crooked. So we'll pitch that one and we'll grab a different one. All right, so let's make sure this is lined up. Better. Better, better, better. All right, then you have a scrap piece of white. And you're just going to grab a junk piece of paper. And we're going to juice this up again. And you want to line up the words Father's Day on your white scrap paper. Just like that. Okay, then what you will do is just grab your scissors and we're going to cut this out. Okay, take a little more off. There we go. And here we go. Ooh, that one flying. All right. Just a little more because I don't want that black line on here. There we go. We'll nip this end off a little. And we'll nip this end. Just like that. All right. So then you will take some mini dimensionals, or you can take your regular dimensionals and just cut them. So I have the mini, so I'm just going to use that. And we'll probably grab 3. Yeah, it is a smaller piece, but I don't want it to sag in the middle. All right, and then we will take our little paper that we cut and put it right over the stamped image, the stamped Father's Day. So it gives it a little interest, a little height. Now we will grab our regular dimensionals and add this to our card. All right. There we go. And then we do have in your kit some of this twine. I really like this stuff. And we are going to tie a bow. So I thought this was really nice twine. I think it matches perfectly. It's a part of the suite that you can get. All right, trim this. And we will adhere that with a little mini glue dot. I'll put that right there. There we go. Flip that around. Oh, we'll play with our bow just a bit here. Perfect. So here we go. Here is the third card in your kit. All right, we have 2 more to go. So this is a fun card. So grab your Night of Navy envelope and we will put this one together. Isn't that cute? It's a birthday card. All right, so we will fold our cardstock. And then you have your designer series paper, and it's already pre-cut for you. Isn't that nice? I think that's very nice. All right, so let's attach this. You know what? No. We have another piece of Night of Navy, and I had run this through the emboss machine with that same folder. And that folder was the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. So it was already embossed for you in your kit. And we'll adhere this down first before we do the designer series paper. I'm getting to the end. I bet you I'm out. Almost out of this one. All right. So yes, it's the same color on color, but because we embossed it, it gives it a little interest. Isn't that nice? And what you could do is you could take a sponge or one of the blending brushes. Oh, I don't know where I put my brush. But you can take that and you can go around. Yeah, where did I put that? Because I could have showed you how to use that. Okay. All right, so we will take our designer series paper and add that on. So if you haven't tried the blending brushes yet, they are really cool. They're a lot of fun. You can do a lot of stuff with them. And we're just putting this right here. And then we will take some of our dark blue and we're going to tie another bow. So you have all of this included in your kit. And when you got your kit, you actually did get a full spool of the blue and a full spool of the gray. So I kind of like to surprise my customers. When they ordered the kit, they had no idea that that was coming. So I like to surprise them. I'll trim that. Make these just a little longer. All right, put that on the side, and then we will grab our circle, and we will stamp our sentiment right at the top. And we're going to use the birthday sentiment, so a happy birthday to you. And we will, excuse me, stamp that in with the Night of Navy. Put that right there. Clean that off, and then we are going to be stamping another little bow tie. So this, yeah, I think we'll use the same polka dot one. I like that. And we have our scrap paper. I'll do it in the black. Just like that. And we will grab our Night of Navy marker. And actually, I'm not going to use the marker. I'm going to use the blender pen because I don't want it as dark. And don't worry if you go out of the lines because we are going to be cutting this out. So it doesn't look so great right now, but just wait. And again, if you're out of the lines, it doesn't matter because this is going to be cut out. Just love how it gives it like that brushed look. There we go. Clean that later. Grab our scissors. And literally it takes less than a minute to cut this out. So again, thank you very much to those that purchased this kit. I'm sure you were quite happy when you received it, knowing, well, actually not knowing that you were going to get some surprise bonuses in your kit. All right, almost there. All right. Now we will grab some dimensionals, and I'm just going to grab the mini ones and put one on each side of this bow. Just like that. And we'll put that right on our label. And now if this was a card for a woman, I would probably take like my Wink of Stella and go over that. And our regular dimensionals, pop them on here. And we'll put this right here, just like that. And then we will grab a mini glue dot. And if you don't have mini glue dots, you can always use the regular liquid glue, the Tombow glue, the multi-purpose. That works well also. So I'm just going to lay that right there. Maybe if it comes off my finger and it doesn't want to. All right, we'll grab another one. I'll just fold that in half. Leave that right on the seam. And then we will add our bow. So there we go. Here's the fourth card in your kit. So when you purchased your kit or got your kit, you have enough supplies in there to make a total of 10 cards. All right, so we are on to our very last card. And this is a fun card. So what you will do is you will take your beautiful, beautiful paper and we'll fold this in half. And then I'm going to show you something really kind of cool. So then just take a piece of junk paper and just lay your card down like this. Then you want to take your Night of Navy marker and grab the brush side, and we're going to sprinkle. We want sprinkles on our card. So you're just going to like flick it. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going. You're not going to ruin your marker because you're not like pressing super, super hard or anything. And you basically just want to go around the perimeter of the card. The sleeves are getting in the way. There we go. There. Okay. So put that back in there. So I don't know if you can see some speckles. So you don't need a whole lot. All right. Then we will take our black, basic black, and then our designer series paper, and we will just lay these two together. Oh goodness, I think I'm at the end of my, here we go. That one's all ready to go. And we'll put that here. All right, and we will add this on with some dimensionals. And one in the middle. And we will just put this right in the center. And then we'll put this on the side because we're going to stamp a tie and our sentiment. So we will start with our tie, and we will use the striped one. Let's line that up, and we will use, what color shall we use? We will use black. So nice and juicy. It doesn't matter where on your paper you stamp it because we're going to cut it out. And while we have the black out, we will stamp our sentiment. And I'm going to use "To One of the World's Greatest Dads." And this is really stuck to my container. Here we go. There we go. And we can close up our ink because we are finished with that. And let's cut out our tie. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will be going live again tonight at 7 Central Standard Time. I'm going to be making a few of the cards that was offered in our stamp camp, so you can kind of see some of the product that we used and what the cards were. I'm not doing all of them, so I'm just doing a few. And that the people that signed up for that stamp camp, they were a part of an exclusive Facebook group where they have access to all the videos. We played some games. It was basically just like if you went to a stamp camp in person. We just did everything online, so that was a lot of fun. All right, so we will grab some dimensionals and add this to our card. And seeing as the camp is over, everyone that purchased said it was okay to share a few of the cards, so I'm going to be doing that tonight. All right, so we will take our tie and just put it off to the left-hand side. There we go. And then we'll take our sentiment. Just put one dimensional in there. To one of the world's greatest dads. All right, here we go. This is the last card. in your kit. So let's pull out the rest of the cards. Let's see, so here, hopefully I can get them all on the screen here so you can see what we did. Actually, I'll just do one of each. Have that. And this black one was really nice. And here we have a nice gray. And then I really like this one. All right, so these are the cards that were in your kit. Usually in a card class I do 4 cards, but this time we did 5 different designs, so you got to make a total of 10 different cards. And in your kit you also received the twine, so you got the Night of Navy and the gray. So that was a surprise. People that ordered the kit had no idea they were getting it, so surprise to you. All right, so with all that said, thank you all so much for joining me. And if you are interested in purchasing a kit, I have a few left, so just shoot me a message or place an order for the $25 and you'll get the kit for free. And I will see you all tonight at 7 o'clock when we make some tropical designs. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.